What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. So in today's video, I'm actually going to show you how I lay down a percussion track. Nothing major, something simple. Please be nice to me. But I'm also going to be answering some questions that you guys asked me. Oh yeah, you gotta love it. Welcome to A Percussion Life. My name is Eric Perez. Some of you already know that by now, but just had to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And if you haven't subscribed already, just hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, find out whenever I upload, and I normally upload videos that you request. And to all my day ones, man, thank you so much for all the love, all the support, all the concerns, man. All the love y'all showed in the previous video, man. Thank you so much, man. And again, thank you, William Johnson, man, for allowing me to be a part of that special project, man. It's super fun to do. And if you haven't checked that out, I'll link it up here somewhere so you guys can watch it. It's kind of nice. But I do hope that you guys are staying safe. Trust me, we're good. Everybody's good. And, you know, it's a kind of a... you know, it's a benefit. I could stay home a lot more and make these type of videos. So, yeah, you gotta love it. And so today I actually wanted to take advantage of actually answering some questions while I'll make a rough percussion track for you guys. And it's basically a track that can't really let you guys hear it, but you'll hear the percussion portion of it. And I'll try to walk step by step as I'm answering some questions. So yeah, just bear with me, guys. So before I actually started recording this video, I kind of set my levels already on the congas. It's not the normal setup that you guys see. I'm actually showing my basic percussion mic setup if I'm recording from home, and if I'm playing live, normally it's going to be looking like this. So you're gonna see a little bit of that. It's not really gonna look, you know, aesthetically pleasing, but just wanted to show you the realness if I were to be recording from home or making a track from home or playing in a live setting. But yeah, I haven't warmed up yet, so let me get to that. I kind of tuned a little bit, not tuned to anything relative. I'm just playing it by ear. So yeah, let me warm up a little bit. And sorry I don't have an overhead camera for this video. Kind of using all my mic stands, and I normally put that thing on a mic stand, so sorry about that. But yeah, let me keep on warming up. So the first question is from Existe Dios Inc. It's definitely miking. So his question is, what mics, distance, miking techniques, etc. So what mics? Definitely anything that's directional or a directional type of mic. I personally love the Shure SM57s. If you ever played on it, it's like the best workhorse. You could do it for anything. It's versatile, it's super useful. You just gotta, you know, play with it a little bit with the settings, but man, I mean, it's perfection when it comes to a mic, and I think anybody can attest to that that's used it. Very simple, pretty affordable. But again, there are many different options. I know Audix has some, I know AKG has some, I know Earthworks has some, and it's crazy. So many options. Now, placements, and I am not an audio engineer. I am not none of that stuff. Not a sound guy, but from what I've worked with in the past, I try to emulate it. So in regards to congas, when I place them like this, I actually try to point it towards the middle of the drum on an angle, not straight down like that, but really more towards an angle, towards the middle of the drum. And I do that on all of them. And because I'm using one in the center right here, I actually move a lot, so I don't want to hit the mic. So I'm trying to be, you know, aware of that, but at the same time, point it towards the middle to a point where I'll still have a good enough sound. But yeah, there's many different styles. You know, how many do you need? If you have 3 congas, you know, ideally you want 1 each, but I've done 2 like this, and I've done just 1 before, try to make it a little bit higher and just tell the, you know, sound engineer to give me some juice in there. But yeah, you know, just something, you know, something that can work. Sounds okay to me. So this question is from Steven Scott. He says, have you ever sat down and excruciatingly compared your right hand to your left? I smoothed out a lot of flop by doing it, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Yes, and you know what? My left hand is my weaker hand, and yeah, most definitely I have sat down and compared, and I still do that. And if it's not the same, I'm like, man, I gotta get back to practicing. And it's what it does, it should motivate you to try to work on it. And I know a lot of us try to stay away from working our weaker parts because guess what, it's hard work, but you have no other option but to do that. And when you do that, I suggest you record yourself, you record just the audio, play dominant handed one way, then use your non-dominant hand to try to do the same exact thing. And yeah, you're always going to hear some slight differences, but it shouldn't be that drastic. Like if I do an open, my non-dominant hand should sound about the same and with the same amount of strength and clarity. You want those two to sound the same. So same thing goes for your open slaps and your basses and your muffs. So all those little things that you try to practice on, you want them all to try to sound the same. Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you try to get into self-evaluations, and yeah, you kind of feel disappointed in yourself even though you're getting better through time. Yeah, it's good to be tough on yourself. So yeah, let me get started on this conga track real quick. I'm just gonna play a simple tumbao on it. You're gonna eventually hear it at the end with everything else that I'm gonna add. So yeah, let me get that started. That was some fun to record. Yeah, excuse the mess ups. Again, this is a rough track. Just messing around here, guys. Having fun while quarantined. Can't blame me. But yeah, before moving forward, let me answer 2 more questions before getting on the bongos. Oh yeah, gotta love it. Now this is by Anna Lavalle. So she really wants to know this. But she asked me, hey Eric, I'd like to know, how do you get to play live with other great musicians? How did you start and get your foot in that door? I've been playing since 8 years old, but still consider myself a beginner. But I'm confident I'm decent. How did you find a way to play live other than open mic, which is what I've done so far? First thing, and the most important thing, that is a great question, man. This is what I love, because we get to share our experiences and share how, you know, we've all kind of grown in our, you know, particular areas. So how did I start to get my foot in the door? And that's just simple. I actually try to, I don't like using this word, but network, you know, just build relationships with other fellow musicians, and not with the intention to get my foot in the door. I just wanted to get to know them. I wanted to gain, knowledge from their experiences. So I would try to befriend these type of people, at least like locally. All right. So I would try to get to know my local musicians and try to, build that relationship with them, because you never know where they may call you and, need a substitute for a gig. And sometimes that is what starts getting you into the door. But as well, go and see these people's events. Go see their concerts, invest time, learn how they set up, ask them, hey, can I go to your sound check? I want to learn all these things, because then you get to introduce yourself to other musicians, and maybe they need a percussionist one day, or maybe somebody else is looking for a percussionist. Like, hey, I think I know somebody that could work out for you. So far, Anna, you are doing the job. You're working, you're trying to stay busy, but at the same time, you want to try to build these relationships, let yourself be known. As well, we live in an age of social media. Don't be afraid to just post on Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter, just something of you playing, either covering a song or, playing with other friends or other musicians, or, recording those open mic events and just posting it and sharing it. And I know that's kind of tough because, we're so afraid of being judged. But guess what? When you start playing these live events, you're going to be judged times 1,000. Everybody's going to be looking at you. Everybody's going to want your job. Everybody's going to say, hey, I could do it better than that person. So you have to try to start building that type of character to be willing to share, your stuff with the world. Trust me, I had to go through it. I don't like putting my stuff out there and people saying, that I suck. And well, guess what? Yeah, I do suck, but I'm working and I'm trying to make money off this thing. So yeah, that's what happens. You're as long as I'm busy, hey, I can't complain. And I'm grateful for being able to share so many live events with so many great musicians that I've had the privilege to share the stage with and play along and get to know. So yeah, Anna, try to build relationships, and not just with other percussionists or anything like that. Get to know piano players and bass players and guitar players, whoever, drummers. Trust me, you never know where you're going to get a call. And then you just got to be patient, and you're doing the work. You got to think about it as well. Every conversation that you have with anybody is like a job interview. Yeah, trust me, you don't want to look like the person that's thirsty, hungry for a job or anything like that. Don't make yourself like that. Like, I need a job. No. Don't put yourself like that. But at the same time, just think about it as they'll try to remember you based on their first encounter that they had with you. So yeah, just have that in mind. Next question before moving on to the bongos is by John Dennison. What inspired you to pick up congas? What other instruments do you play, and what would you want to play? What inspired me to pick up congas? Actually, I didn't like the congas. I hated the congas. I actually prefer like a kit drum. That was my dream thing. I loved the kit drum, but I'm not the best at it. Was never really there. And I started playing minor percussion as a kid. Then I moved to timbales. Love timbales, but I actually started in my church, and there was an opening for the conga player, and the music director moved me to the congas, and I hated it. I hated the congas. It was horrible. I didn't want to practice. They hurt my hands. But I remember, just being embarrassed one day. I will never share that story in the public. But I came to a decision that I had to work really hard on the congas, and it's still a love-hate relationship with me and the congas. Like, I always want to get better. I never feel satisfied, and I always want to improve and try to grow my knowledge in this instrument, because I know where I kind of started at, and I don't think I'll ever be satisfied. It's an ever-growing love-hate relationship I have with the congas. I play a little bit of djembe. I play bongo. I used to play a lot of timbal, but now I just added as an accent to my set. Haven't seriously played timbal in over 10 years, just exclusively just timbales. I haven't really done that just because of people calling me for congas and just minor percussion. Really, I get the bulk of my gigs are from that, and sometimes I just, depending on the gig, if they like it, I'll add timbal as an accent, and just but I miss the timbales, and hopefully I get to play a little bit later in this video. But what instrument would I love to play? I'm torn between tabla and the handpan. I love tabla. I would literally want to sit down and learn its techniques, learn its essence, learn its language. Man, it just interests me. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful instrument, and the handpan, because it's just wow. It's heavenly. The melody sounds so beautiful. I don't know. I think those two instruments I would love to own one day and really get to work and practicing and learning those instruments. And hopefully one day I get and buy one of those instruments. But on to bongos. All right, so already got set up. Did a little bit of sound checking already with my bongos, and I got a cowbell mic ready. Got different angles, so yeah. And again, sorry for no overhead. I just have no more mic stands. It's kind of crazy. And because I'm on the bongo, let me answer another question before I kind of start warming up for this. But this is from John F. Kelly, and he's been asking me this for a long time. So yeah, let me just answer it. Eric, you know my question already. It was a coincidence that today I was jogging and listening to my Spotify playlist, and then there it was, After Hours from Jack Constanzo. I was so happy I heard this song again while listening and jogging at the same time. I had to shed a happiness tear. Lucky me, nobody was watching me. And then I said to myself, I have to remind Eric again about this old style tumbao. So please, Eric, could you create a tutorial on the old style tumbao a la Constanzo? If you don't know who Jack Constanzo is, his name is literally Mr. Bongo, considered one of the greatest bongoceros of all time. But he played congas and he was bad on congas. So yeah, hopefully next week I will have that video available. Yes, we're gonna go back to those, man. We have time. I have time to be able to make the script and do all that, and I'm excited to share that. So yeah, soon next week, I'm pretty sure you're gonna hear the Jack Constanzo tumbao. You gotta love it. But yeah, let me warm up a little bit on the bongo, then we'll track the bongo now. Also, I know this is not a question, but if you were wondering what I'm using here, these are the Mino Woodcraft traditional bongos, and I have a manito steer on the hembra, which is the bigger size of the bongo, and then a horse skin from Manito Percussion, which is on the macho. And yeah, they sound wow. can you do a video on how to do solos? Well, I have a couple already. I'll link those or put them down in the description. If you want something more specific, like for a specific genre, please let me know. But yeah, I kind of showed kind of step by step on the art of soloing, or how one should solo, or how to be able to develop those skills. Now, this next question is from Luis Sepulveda. Sorry if I get that wrong. I'm self-taught and have trouble progressing. What could I do? Excellent question. Now, I consider myself self-taught, and I learned a lot of things. I wasn't taught anything really till maybe a couple years ago, and I really took that to the extreme, and was humbled by it, because there's so much that I just really didn't know. But there's a couple things that you can do. First thing is find a mentor. Find somebody that maybe has a lot more experience than you. You may consider maybe not better than you, it doesn't have to be like that, but somebody that you respect, a peer, somebody that could give you constructive criticism and help you kind of push you to that next level. The second thing is practice. I know it may sound like a broken record, but you have to practice. You have to put in the work. You have to really sacrifice time. And if you say you don't have enough time, well, there you go. That's the reason why you're not progressing. You have to be able to invest time in that part, not just playing along with people or anything. You really want to learn everything about the instrument, its essence, its philosophy, its history, everything, every aspect of the instrument. You want to be able to try to grasp and learn. Also, we're living in such a great time that you can learn almost anything on YouTube or on the internet, or there's courses. Hello, there's Conga Chops, man. Trust me, great courses there. Good friend Paolo, man, go check them out. If you want to invest, that's probably the best way right now to learn step by step everything, and it's really going to challenge you. And I get it. There's times where you're going to feel stuck, you feel like it's frustrating, and you really have to just practice through it and fight through that urge, man, and not try to give up, because we all go through it. But the benefit and the thing that you get out of it when you just practice and do everything you can do possible to learn is that you end up getting better. There's only one way up here, that's going up. Next question is from Damien. I know he's a day one. Could you possibly do a conga tutorial alongside a drummer? This would help with timing. Oh yes. So I have that in mind. I do plan on doing a couple videos with a drummer, hopefully in the future. Just really trying to, work that out, and have a couple topics. It really depends on the genre, because there's so many things. There's so many things and so many elements as a percussionist to play alongside a specific drummer, but it really depends on the genre. But yeah, I do have that in plan in the future. Gotta love it. Well, after this whole thing passes, because yeah, social distancing, guys, social distancing. One more question before going to the track and playing along with the track. This is from Pablo Ramos. It says, how can I keep my fingers from cracking, and what to put on fingers when they crack? Great question. So drink a lot of water. I know that may not make any sense, but trust me, drink tons and tons and tons of water. I'm a person that drinks a bunch of water a day, and it really helps preserve my hands. Y'all just heard what I was doing. My hands, yeah, they look like that. They kind of heal themselves if you're drinking a lot of water. Also, moisturize your hands as much as you can. Wash them, keep them clean, and put lotion on them things. I use cocoa butter or palm oil or manteca de corojo. I know that's a little bit controversial sometimes, but I also use coconut oil, and I just try to keep my hands as moisturized as possible. Now, when they do crack, I do want to make a video on how I take care of my hands and what special thing I do when my hands are somewhat a little bit injured or chopped up a little bit. I do want to break that down for you guys, so I'll hold off on that. But yeah, drink lots of water and moisturize, guys. Moisturize. So yeah, let's do this track real quick. Now, the reason why I started with the congas first is simply because I think the congas have a great bass to start with. You know, I think once you get the congas down, you kind of get the feel on how everything else should sound. At least for me, I am, you know, more dominant on the congas, so I kind of know how I would play it later on in a song. So I first lay down the congas, then the bongo. Normally I would do the bongo and then on a separate track do the cowbell part, but you know, to save some time and, you know, just continue these conversations. But yeah, that's how I would do it normally. Now let me answer a little couple more before moving on to timbales. Oh yeah, it's about to get crazy. This question is from Dylan Eason, and I think it's a great question. What is the link between great technique and great tone? Man, that's such a great question. Now, I do believe that once in a blue moon, without somebody trying, because of their hands, because of just how their hands are built, they end up having great tone. But I think great technique gets you great tone. I think you have to be able to know how to hit it in a certain proper way to be able to just get every ounce of juice out of each instrument. Now, everybody has a specific tone, and I think my tone is different from somebody else, and somebody else's tone is different just because of how my hands are. So when somebody tries to sound, let's say Giovanni Hidalgo-ish or Paoli Mejias-ish, you really won't sound, maybe you may emulate some of their technique, but their tone is theirs. There's something about their hands or something about how they hit it that just makes it theirs. And I just think if we get to understand great technique and try to know many different ways to either approach an instrument or hit an instrument, that's where you end up developing great tone. And I think that's something that all of us should try to strive for. Now, this question is from Raymond Santiago. He asks, if you could play one genre for the rest of your life, which will it be? Man, I'll be real with you. Latin jazz. Give me Latin jazz all day, every day. Just give me Latin jazz. Yeah, Latin jazz. I enjoy playing Latin jazz. Just the freedom, the versatility of it. Just, yeah, you could go everywhere with Latin jazz. I truly, truly enjoy playing Latin jazz. I just wish it was, you know, just as popular in the music scene, but it really isn't, you know, at least in this area where I'm at now and throughout the world, really. But yeah, I would play Latin jazz for the rest of my life. I think I could do that. And play with a smile on my face, you know. But yeah, let me go set up these timbales to wrap up this track. This video is getting kind of long, but you gotta love it. Whew, kind of different, but yeah, we're doing this, man. We're doing this. We are doing this. All right, next question. This is from Vincent Navarrete. Appreciate all you've done for me and answered questions and showed me your methods. I was a hard time with going on 2 years now, getting into music. Left hand still weak and slower, but working on it. Thanks for all your help. Don't stop. Man, thank you, Vincent, for just taking the time to watch these videos, man. I really appreciate the support and just everything that, you know, people just suggest. And this is why I do it, to build a community, to help people out, man. I just think I know a little bit. I don't know a lot, you know, and I'm still growing in this and trying to get better, but at the same time, you know, I think we all have something to share, you know, and to be able to share it this way, to be able to reach the masses, man, is crazy. I didn't think that, you know, people from other countries would ever watch these videos, and it's kind of nice that you guys just continue to support this channel. So thank you, Vincent. So one more question before just warming up a little bit on the timbal. I'm crazy rusty, so please do not judge me on the timbal. I haven't played, I'm telling you, like this, like completely like this in years, man. It's crazy, but you know, you gotta try it out, man. Gotta try it out. This next question is from Ruto D. It says, any more info on Ritmo Guason would be very nice. Unfortunately, yeah, if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up over here or down below. That rhythm, man, from Cuba, it's so much, it's crazy. Not a lot of videos on it. Somebody, you know, requested I learn it, and I tried to learn it. Yeah, I need to go to Cuba, man. I need to learn the history and the essence of that in order to really understand just some more about it, maybe other variations or other ways to approach it. To my understanding, the one I actually showed was a fusion or a variation of two different rhythms, including Guason. So yeah, I really want to get into it, but yeah, hopefully, you know, I go to Cuba. But yeah, let me just warm up a little bit, and you know, figure out what I'm gonna do on this track. But headphones because it's loud. I'm using some Zildjian Marquinhos sticks. Miss these sticks, man. Pretty fun, very lightweight, easy to use, man. But yeah, let me get this track going so we can wrap this video up. Sorry about that, guys. That wasn't the best timbal performance. Trust me. I don't really care. I'm having fun. I haven't played timbales in such a long time. I haven't played like a salsa track in such a long time. So yeah, but yeah, you gotta love it, man. Here trying to show some transparency, you know what I mean? But yeah, in regards to just making a track, it's good to just have a concept before actually tracking, understand the ideas that you're going to do, and you know, try to figure them out. With this, I just played it all the way through. In a real recording, I'll probably stop and play and try to fix certain things. But you know what? Again, this is a rough, basic track. We'll see how it sounds at the end. But after doing this, I would try to mix and look at everything and see what else I can add to make the track just sound a little bit better. And then whoever I'm sending it to, I'll let them, you know, decide. And if they don't like it, I'll do something else. And if they don't like it after that, then maybe I shouldn't have gotten the call. But yeah, haven't gotten to that point yet, so thank goodness. But to answer one more question, so we can just be on our way. This is from EW Squirrel Tiffin, aka E3 Percussion Pro, and he's a day one, man. Thank you so much. But he says, Master, what is the meaning of life? To me, it is to glorify God and to enjoy Him forever. That's why I play. That's the reason why I play. I enjoy playing and sharing these ideas, man. And the fact that so many people have benefited just off of these lessons is a testament that that I think all of us have the ability to share something that we know about life and to be able to enjoy that together. You know, that's just how I feel. I've been blessed, I'm blessed, and I love blessing others through my blessings. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have more questions, man, just, you know, hit it down below. I will try to answer them in a future video. And yes, we are going back to the paying homage of the conga players and doing some more bongo, and hopefully later I get back into shedding timbal, because being on a hiatus, I'm definitely gonna be maybe watching some conga chops and learning some timbal from Marcos Lopez. So yeah, I need to get back to it, man. My goodness. yeah, just heard the recording. So bad, so horrible. Oh my gosh, yeah, I would never send that to anybody. I wouldn't even send that to, oh my god, I wouldn't send that to my son. Wouldn't dare. My gosh, that was so bad. But yeah, we was just having fun for the purposes of this video. Trust me, if I was being serious, I would take that so serious. But you gotta love it, man. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this type of video. Please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. My goodness, I'm so rusty. It's not even funny. I'm so rusty. I need to retire.